welcome to Youth-Based Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
So there's like 16 more.
Yeah, if you've seen it, keep listening. If you don't want to spoil it, come back to it once you've seen a bit of it.
And welcome to Gippsland FM. You're listening to the Latrobe Youth Space radio show with Danni and Catherine, where today we talk about Halloween. Yes. Isn't that exciting?
Yes, it's going to be an awesome episode. As many of you know, it's coming up on Saturday.
Yes.
Halloween is such a fun holiday. It's like, I saw this post online and it was like, why so many people, particularly of our generation, love Halloween is because it's not like a family event. Like you don't get forced to have to like be with family that might be uncomfortable. It's like something you do with your friends.
Exactly.
It's more like,
It's like
it's fun.
you put effort into a costume and you get rewarded with candy.
Candy, I mean, what could be better?
I think it's also great for the dark kids because all your
Yes.
darkness can come out that day.
Yes, exactly.
It's great.
Yes, 100%. Like, wearing costumes is fun, but wearing spooky costumes, there's something about it that is just... It's very... I feel like our generation, particularly in the 90s, was very much part of the pop-punk revolution.
Yes.
And I feel like that's why we love Halloween so much, because it just makes us feel... It just makes us feel rebellious. It makes us feel different.
Definitely.
And it's exciting. It's really exciting. And it can be really wholesome, too.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I love lollies, so, you know, what's more to say? That's it.
Yep, that's it. That's the show. Goodbye.
All right, see ya. No. Love it. So we're going to be heading into our first song really shortly. I do want to tell everybody a bit about what we've got coming up on the show.
Yes.
Yes. We're going to chat about Halloween and
Our favourite traditions, favourite memories about Halloween, whether that's spooky or just fun.
Yes. Scary stories.
Yeah.
Share some campfire goodies. That'd be awesome. As I'm so keen. It is, absolutely amazing event. Love it. For everyone who's listening and myself, I don't actually know where Halloween comes from. I do know a little bit about the origins, just from like what I've seen in movies and read a little bit on Tumblr and stuff like that. But do you want to tell us a bit about where Halloween comes from?
Yes, I've got it right here on my phone because I don't remember anything and I have to read stuff now. So...
My alarm went off like 5 minutes before the show and I was like, what is that? And he's like, your alarm's going off. I'm like, what? And as it turned out, I set an alarm every week because I forget to actually like do all the things that I need to do for the show.
Yeah.
And then I forget that I set the alarm. It always scares me. I'm like, But thank God I said it because otherwise I would not remember.
So, the tradition of Halloween originated with the ancient Celtic festival of... God, that's a word I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
I'm going to try anyway. Samhain. That's probably wrong. So,
Sandhand. No, I'm kidding.
I encourage you guys look this up because I probably pronounced that wrong. Where people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts. Yeah.
That is so cool. Because I know that... like from what I've read, they talk about the Day of the Dead in like Mexican tradition.
Oh, here it is. Sorry, I just kept scrolling and I found the correct pronunciation. That's how you do it. So the Celts who lived 2,000 years ago, mostly in the area that is now Ireland, United Kingdom and northern France, they would celebrate their new year on the November 1st. This day marked the end of summer and the harvest and the beginning of the dark, cold winter, a time of the year that was often associated with human death.
Yes.
So the Celts believed that on the night before the new year, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred.
Huh.
So on the night of October 31st, they celebrated when it was believed that the ghosts of the dead returned to Earth. And it that's where it originated. Went to America and here we are, Halloween.
Huh. That is amazing. That is very cool. I wonder if the American tradition came from the Celts or whether it come from the Mexican...
Let me keep scrolling and let's find out.
Oh, that would be amazing. Oh, I love this history lesson. I'm so excited. Woo!
So the celebration of Halloween was extremely limited in colonial New England because of the rigid belief system there. Halloween was much more common in Maryland and the southern colonies. As the belief and customs of different European ethnic groups and the American Indians meshed, a distinct a distinctly American version of Halloween began to emerge. The first celebrations including play parties, which were public events held to celebrate the harvest. Neighbors would share stories of the dead, tell each other's fortunes, dance and sing. That sounds like a riot.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Right?
That sounds incredible. Loving it. So yeah, as you can tell, Halloween has quite a
long history.
Quite a long history, 2,000 years ago at least.
You know, it's just a baby tradition. Only 2,000.
It's just new. It's just a new fad.
It's new.
Yeah, but like I definitely understand because everyone goes, "That's an American thing that they do," and yes, it's an American thing that they do.
But it started not in America.
Not in America. It started in Britain or in wider Britain, in that land.
In Europe. Let's just sum it up to Europe. There we go.
Yeah, that's so much more chill. It started in Europe. Interesting. Yeah, and I feel like we can make it our own.
Exactly.
As well. Yeah.
Let's embrace it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's like, I don't know, I really like, particularly with my writing and stuff, like I like writing darker content.
Exactly.
And yeah, it's cool that there's like a day each year that you can just be like, yeah, embrace the darkness. Like,
right?
So good.
Or just, all year round. Why not?
Or just all year round.
Just
like,
be that
do
one weirdo like I am.
Yes. That like real witchy aesthetic and goth aesthetic is just, I live for it. I love it. It is fantastic.
It is.
Yes. My mum recently made a bunch of masks and sent them down.
Yeah.
It was really sweet. And she made one that had a bunch of golden. It's like the most ornate material with these beautiful golden skulls on it.
Oh yeah.
And when I wear it, I just feel like a pirate. I feel like an undead pirate. It makes me really happy. So probably gonna wear that for Halloween.
Do it.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm doing this Halloween. Apart from our Latrobe Youth Space stuff, which we will touch on in just a little bit.
Definitely.
But after that, I don't know what I'm doing. This is the first Halloween that I don't know what I'm doing. Get my life together.
Right? It's like usually there's a party or you hang out with friends and watch a scary movie.
There is a show I was invited to in Sale.
Oh.
A good friend of mine is putting on a good old show. Only 50 people can attend.
Really?
Obviously with restrictions, where he sings. It's like a cabaret kind of Halloween show. He sings some Rocky Horror, and we join in. And yeah, that sounds like a bit of fun. I might do that.
Sounds like so much fun. Incredible. Is that over at the hall in Sale?
Good question. I haven't looked into it.
No,
but
that's
I
cool.
believe it's. Let me look at my. Back to the phone. Back to the phone.
Everyone. Phones are a lifesaver. All this new technology making us informed.
But yeah, I think that's the way to go. I think the wedge.
The
wedge.
Yes. That is incredible. I am strongly considering going. I love cabaret.
Right.
That sounds amazing. So we just talked about the origins of Halloween, and we talked about like why it is particularly like so exciting for younger people as well, from this like pop punk generation, who like being a bit rebellious and a little bit different and enjoy embracing the darker side. Not that other generations can't, but I feel like particularly in our generation, we're quite cynical, actually.
We can
We can be optimistic, but we can also be quite cynical. And I feel like that it taps into that goth, that scene, that pop punk, like rebellion instinct that we had in us growing up, particularly in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Not sure about the generation that's come like in the last 10 years, 10, 15 years, or 10 years. I wonder what they're going to be like. I know that already that generation is just doing amazing things. Honestly. They didn't have the mum haircut a lot of the time. A lot of those kids don't have like the mum haircuts, like the parent home haircut things and
like the bowl cuts.
Yeah, literally. Because I feel like everyone like our age, closer to their 20s and stuff like that, can look back and be like, yeah, I had all of the horrifying. See, Halloween,
horrifying
awkward haircuts that you had from your parents. I feel like this generation is just like a fair bit more stylish, fair bit more on point. Even younger, like even my sister, she just went straight from wearing like kids' clothes to being like this stylish teenager, and I'm just like, who are you? Where's your awkward face?
Where did this come from?
Yeah, literally. Meanwhile, I'm just like, I'm wearing Hawaiian shorts and a fluffy blouse to the pool with a bowl cut.
Why not?
That's me. Awkward stage. Honestly, I don't think I've grown out of the awkward stage. Let's be real. I'm in trackies. Oh, just, yeah. Let's not go there. Alrighty. And that was the Time Warp from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. If you hadn't noticed already, we are talking about Halloween today. And we want to talk about what 2020 Halloween's going to look like and what we've got on the cards at Latrobe Youth Space.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I reckon 2020 Halloween, there's lots of different factors that I don't think I reckon, here's my idea. Some people aren't comfortable right now with giving out candy from, other houses. Give out IOUs. Just say, come back in a couple months and you'll get... But costume-wise, incorporate the face mask into your costume. You could be a mad doctor gone wrong and you could have like growly lips or something on your mask. That could be pretty cool.
I love that. There's so many things that a mask could hide.
Yeah.
And I feel like any time that you are hiding something or something is just off screen, that's the scariest. So like, for example, you could be a werewolf who's trying to hide the fact that they're breaking out in hair, or like a vampire whose mask you could glue like a fang on so it looks like it's poking out of your mask. Like
it adds to the mystery.
Yeah, exactly right. Or you could have like a blood stain coming through, like pretend blood stain. Don't actually use blood. Yeah. Please don't use blood, people. Unhygienic for one, dangerous for another. Let's not talk about that.
10 out of 10 for the effort, but it's not worth it, guys. It's not worth it.
For Halloween, okay. Let's not do that.
But like, an example comes to mind. I recently watched the new The Witches.
Yes.
Where the Grand High Witch has these scars, and you're like, what are those scars? And then when it's revealed to be this hideous kind of jagged teeth, gigantic Cheshire cat smile, you're kind of like, oh my God. And that added to the mystery.
Yes, I love that. Absolutely. You could even create a mask where it makes your jaw look unhinged.
That would be cool.
Terrifying. That would be so terrifying. So yeah, there's lots of very cool things you can do. Even like if you want to get real fancy, you can look up and find like silicone prosthetics, or just use Play-Doh and stick it onto your face, so you can get cosmetic glue that sticks to your face. And yeah, stick it to your face and like create different effects. Like, in The Cabin, I think it's is it The Cabin in the Woods, or
one of them? There's lots of cabin
there's so
horror
many
movies.
Cabin horror movies. It's its own genre, cabin.
There you
Say
go.
no more.
Cabin.
Say no more. Yeah, but there's this one, and there's this girl ballerina with this like this hole for a face.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's terrifying. It's got teeth and everything. You could like physically create
a
depth illusion, I feel, like
that
something
would be
like
cool.
that. That would be sick.
But in terms of trick-or-treating, I don't know
Yeah.
if we can.
I don't think so. Like, probably just a wise idea not to this year.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you can't sort of, buy some themed or make some themed cupcakes, or make some themed baking.
Have a family contest, best costume.
Yeah.
Have a marathon of some family-friendly horror movies, or if you're extreme like me, full-on horror.
Full-on horror, same.
But yeah, just have a private little Halloween party.
Yeah, no, exactly. It'll be awesome. You
Yeah.
won't regret it. Even if you just do it with, like, if you're share housing, or, you can have, like, 1 or 2 visitors a day, so you could have, like, a close friend over, and not at the same time, but just have, like, one of your close friends over and do something. There's lots of ways that you can celebrate. Or you can head to our watch party.
Yes, this Saturday we are having a viewing party of The Addams Family, the 2019 feature-length movie. So if you want to join, we have the link. The link will be posted on the day on the page.
On the group.
On the group?
Yep. So you need to join our group if you're 12 to 25. Head on in there and join the group. Just look up Latrobe Youth Space online.
Yep, starts at 4:30 and we will watch The Addams Family.
Yes, it's going to be really fun. So yeah, if you're 12 to 25, or you know someone who's 12 to 25 who's a bit bored this Halloween, you can join our group, and the link will be posted up there, and you can join our viewing party for The Addams Family. or you can message us as well.
And what else do we have going on, Catherine, for Halloween? We have quite a few funny videos.
We do. We've got lots of funny videos. We've got, like, for today, even if you head to our page, Latrobe Youth Space, we posted up a craft Halloween special.
Yes.
All about creating really simple paper silhouettes. These are great, even all year round, just to put on your windows, because then you'll get really creepy shadows
Yeah.
in your room, like of a bat or, like a black cat or anything pretty much that is quite creepy. Even a jack-o'-lantern shadow is really cool. And also we had our science Halloween special today where they did like a witch's cauldron style thing, which again, it's just like, it's such a fun and easy way, like if you're doing a little party at home or even if you just want to try it out, to create that. Like, it's pretty easy just to make a pretend cauldron bubble over. It could be such a cool like centerpiece for a table or for like a platter or a cake or anything really.
Not even for Halloween. Do it for Christmas.
Just do it for Christmas.
Why not?
Exactly. Just Santa's cauldron. It's like, how do you think that Santa can magically apparate a bunch of
Presents.
toys
Exactly.
around the world magically into people's houses? It's got to be witchcraft.
The dude's
Let's
got to be a
real.
witch.
Got to be a witch or
Gotta
a
be.
warlock or both.
Yeah.
Exactly. That is, yeah. You're onto
Magic
it.
has no gender, so
Exactly.
he can be whatever he wants.
I love it. 100%. So, yes. Also, on Friday, I said also. That's the
Also.
word. On Friday, we're going to be posting a bunch of different videos up of different Halloween-themed things. It's going to be really fun.
We even have a supernatural catwalk, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I'm really keen for that one. It's going to be amazing. We've got Halloween-themed cooking with Simone as well, which will be really fun, and plenty more. So make sure you tune in if you want to see any of those. That would be awesome. Alrighty. Anything else?
What else have we got? I
else
think
we
that rounds out our Halloween catalogue.
Yep.
But I do want to say, if you have made a phenomenal costume and you follow us on Facebook, post a photo.
Post a photo. Send
We
it
we
to
love
us.
seeing you guys,
Yes.
be crafty, and we love seeing your talent.
Yeah, 100%. No, that would be really cool. Like, even if it's just a cool mask that you have. Like, I was mentioning earlier, I've got this, like, gold skull mask that's
Yeah.
really cool. Send
In
us
fact,
a photo.
I think tomorrow we have a staff meeting where we're filming a little Halloween message. I think we were told to get dressed up, and I still don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, so I think we might be using the miraculous Photoshop for that, that one.
Make
We'll
me
see
look
how we
good.
go.
There we go.
Yeah, darling.
I even
Get
thought
over
of
there.
just like messing up my hair. I mean, like, I'm insane. I don't know.
Yes, I love that. Yeah, that's
That's it. There you go.
exactly. If you see someone with crazy hair in the street, clinically insane.
Yeah.
It's diagnosed.
Or just if you see me on the street, there you go.
There
That's
you go.
it.
That's
Insane.
Danny. Insane.
Or how about I dye my hair pink and I say I'm Catherine, and you make your hair curly and you could be like I'm Danny, and we could just dress up as each other. That would be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
That would be pretty cool. I think people would be legitimately confused. I think they would. They'd be like, but I think there would be some questions. They'd be like, wow, why is Catherine so focused today? Like, how are they like not crazy? Oh,
The fact that you said not crazy makes me think you don't know me at all.
that's true. That's true. Different type of crazy. That's why we're friends.
But yeah, post pictures. We
Post
love
it.
seeing that stuff.
We do. Even if it's just like something you made, a decoration,
Yeah.
some Halloween themed baking, the candy that you've got that you want to like show us how much lollies you've got for Halloween.
A jack-o'-lantern.
Jack-o'-lantern.
Anything. Which I think, fact of the day, we have two facts of the day. I'll say one now because
Ooh,
why
I'm
not?
excited.
One was the jack-o'-lanterns. If you scroll down,
Yeah.
I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, because again, my memory's shocking, jack-o'-lanterns were originally squash?
Made from turnips.
Turnips!
That's insane.
There we go. Jack-o'-lanterns were originally made from turnips.
Oh, you know what? I think I know. But we'll chat a little bit more about why that might be the case after the break.
And you're listening to Gippsland FM, Latrobe Youth Space radio show with Danny and Catherine.
Hey.
And we're back on Halloween.
Halloween. That was a terrible laugh.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
where's the hired actor we paid? They're like,
Get in here, please. Oh dear. What is your Okay, this is probably just completely lame radio content, but what is your creepiest voice that you can do?
I don't even know.
Do you have one that
Mine?
you can, you can simulate?
No.
No?
Probably like just going to a lower register, like
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't try to be creepy, so I never figured it out.
Well, have I got news
Oh,
for
here
you?
we
I
go.
have tried to be creepy many times.
What do you do in your private time?
Just creep around.
Just creep, you know.
And I found out that I can do I'm not sure if it's solid. Honestly, I have not even self-aware. Like, I don't know. But I think it's pretty solid.
All right, let's hear it.
Impersonation of a certain character from Lord of the Rings.
I never saw it. But it's who I think it is, I bet you can rock it.
I think you'll know. Okay, ready?
My precious. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah,
that
that's
okay?
creepy. That is
I
creepy.
love it. Amazing. Nailed it.
That little freak. When I was like younger, my parents would watch it, and I got interested, and then that thing popped up on the screen, and I'd be like, "Guys, I'm out of here. I'm out."
I'm out.
And I've never watched it since.
That is hilarious.
So I find creepiness in silence.
Yes.
That's because you got
Yeah.
the classic movie Halloween from 1978.
Yeah.
That murderer never spoke. And
Ah.
that's the tension building. That scares me the most.
Yeah.
Is silence.
It's like the unknown. And I feel like really good horror does that. It plays with the imagination. G'day, and I'm going to bring you the weather update. So today we had a maximum of 18 with a shower or two, 70% chance of rain, most likely this afternoon, which it rained. Good prediction. That's why they get paid the big bucks, Danny. And
Yeah.
just
Victoria,
telling you.
it's going to rain. Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew?
And also, I feel as though, from what I've looked up in statistics, it gets pretty accurate the closer you are. So if you're 48 hours outside of a forecast, it has an accuracy of over 90%, which is pretty good. But obviously, the further away it is, the less predictable it is. That being said, tomorrow, minimum of 11, maximum of 20, with a 90% chance of rain, so lots of rain. Most likely in the afternoon and early evening. Chance of thunderstorm in the afternoon, which would be right in time for Halloween. Nice and creepy. Friday, 30th of October, minimum of 11, maximum of 18, an 80% chance of rain. Most likely in the morning and afternoon. Light winds, and it's going to be pretty chill in the evening. And Saturday, 31st, Halloween. We've got a minimum of 11, a maximum of 17, a 90% chance of rain. Very high chance of showers. And it's going to be pretty chill in the evening, but no thunderstorms. That would be perfect. Imagine watching a movie and just lightning and...
That would be cool.
Be very creepy. Be very aesthetic. I mean, that's all I care. No, I'm kidding. Forget about the weather. It's just, got to fit that Halloween aesthetic,
Yeah.
If the gods of Halloween are listening, hear our cry. Grant us some creepy
some
weather.
thunderstorms.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we've been chatting all about Halloween today. And before we get into anything else, we're going to chat about our Halloween traditions. Do we have Halloween traditions?
We have one where every Halloween we watch a classic Halloween movie, Hocus Pocus.
Oh, love it.
Which has recently been announced as going to be number 2 with the
Ooh.
original cast.
Wow.
Thank God.
Huh.
But yeah, that's my Halloween tradition. But I think I've started one this week too. To get the Halloween feel, I've been watching The Monsters, which is a fun kind of show where a Frankenstein character is married to the daughter of Dracula. Dracula's in it. Their son is a werewolf. The niece, who they adopted, is a normal person, but since she's normal, to them, she's ugly.
Weird. Yeah.
But the brilliance of it is they're not spooky. They're just a normal family, but because their aesthetic is monster, everybody's like, ugh.
Ah.
But
That is brilliant. Also, small towns, hey? Am I right? Everyone knows.
Literally.
Everyone's related to and or married to
Yeah.
everyone else.
and I don't know, I got the original Dracula novel and the original Frankenstein novel that I'm planning to reread in time for Halloween.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
love that.
What about you? What are your traditions?
Honestly, don't really have any. I love the concept of Halloween. It always makes me feel really like nice, but then I always forget that it's on and I forget to do stuff. Yeah, this memory, I tell you. But yeah, so my friend usually has like the Halloween lollies that she puts outside for kids. Obviously this year, bit of a different story with COVID, so probably that won't happen. But I do like to watch horror movies almost every weekend anyway, so
Yeah.
knowing me, I'll probably tune into the Addams Family on the Saturday afternoon. Actually, you know what? I'm going to be in Lakes Entrance, so I may not be able to tune in,
Fun.
depending on internet and things.
Oh yeah, true. Because
Yes.
internet sucks.
Yes, and the property does have NBN, which is exciting. Like, they've got Wi-Fi, but the quality, I don't know. You never know with this thing. It's a toss of the coin, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, so probably just be watching something probably pretty chill, because I'm going with a friend who hates horror movies. Absolutely hates them.
How dare they?
Yeah, literally. So who knows? Who knows? But yes, that will be lots of fun.
Nice.
It's also the long weekend.
Is it?
I think so, because Melbourne Cup is on the Tuesday. What is the date? Tuesday the 3rd. I think. That's what my calendar said anyway.
So we get Tuesday off.
I think so. Or
Then how is it a
might
long
have been-
weekend? Because you got Monday then.
I'm
so
entirely sure how
confused.
that works, like literally.
I'm very confused.
Oh my goodness. It might all right, look, nobody
I think you
quote
need to
me on
research this.
Nobody quote me on this. I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you. So basically, yeah, that's all the traditions I've got, pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah, they're not too bad. I used to, when I was a kid, go Halloween, what is it called?
Trick-or-treating.
Trick-or-treating, yeah. Just around town. Honestly, it was fairly safe. We usually had a bunch of kids, and we had a couple of parents come along most of the time, but then there were a few years there where I don't think any parents came, and I'm like,
Aw.
that wasn't great.
That's rude.
I probably would have been like 11-ish, 10 or 11, so it was still a bit iffy, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. It was a bit of fun. I was always pretty safe with stranger danger, but usually. But at the same time, I do recommend having a parent somewhere
Just for
nearby.
safety.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or just go to the people's, like, for example, I was saying with my friends, like, even if restrictions have lifted, just bring, like, your little kids around to a family member's house.
Yeah.
It's still fun. They still get lollies. They still get to dress up and everything, but it's just a bit safer, and you can keep it in your household bubble.
Yeah.
The 2 visitor limit per day.
So that's why I liked growing up in Traralgon South. Everybody knew everybody. So
Yes.
there was lots of, bunches of kids going
Yeah.
trick-or-treating and one parent
Yep.
supervising. So it wasn't like, you're all alone. It was
Yeah.
like everybody. You knew everybody. It was really nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. It was a bit the same in Orbost. Like, even though, because it was such a small town and everybody did know everybody, you'd usually just find a group that had a parent
Yeah.
and be like, "You're it. I'm coming with you."
You kind of just merge
Just
in.
merge. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a huge group at one point. It was like 20 or 30 people. Just
Oh my Jesus.
Yeah, it was nuts. And
That's a
these
lot.
poor people would come to the door and they'd be like, "Okay, I only have enough lollies for like half of you." Like,
I love that. I love that stage of the night though when you could tell they've run out because they start
Yeah.
giving out chips,
Oh my
toothpaste,
gosh.
bananas.
Toothpaste, bananas, the weirdest things. It's so great. What am I gonna get today? Ooh, I don't know, something super random, just like
We
a
actually,
glass eye or something. Just like
We
that's
had
trick.
a neighbor who was a dentist.
Oh,
So every Halloween she would give out like mini toothpaste,
Oh my
toothbrushes, flossing,
that is
and everybody
nice.
was like, "You're supposed to get candy," and I was like, "I'll take this."
And
Yes.
then, Danny, I'm just imagining you just downing the toothpaste tube. Just like, yes, please.
Just drinking the toothpaste.
drinking it,
puts a straw in there.
Put a straw in, just,
Don't doubt it. I probably did at one stage. Look.
oh my god. It's like, that fluoride overdose.
Then, just to like dessert would be the floss. Like, oh,
What? Get it down there. It's like silly string.
Jesus.
Only better. Only mintier.
at least a Halloween tradition for some people is to TP toilet paper people's houses.
Yeah.
At least you could tell if I did it because it would just be floss.
It just be floss. You just vomited up. Just
Oh, gross.
sorry, probably a bit too far there. A bit too far. Alrighty, so we're gonna crickets. So we've been chatting all about Halloween today. It's our Halloween special. It's coming up on Saturday. We've been talking about our plans as well. If any of y'all are 12 to 25, or you know someone who's 12 to 25 who is a bit bored this Halloween Saturday night, send them our way, because we're going to be doing a viewing party of The Addams Family, the 2019 version.
Which is where that song you just heard came from.
Oh, really?
She did an exclusive song for the Addams Family, yeah.
That is so cool. Oh my gosh, I definitely need to watch this.
Same with the next song.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
That is so exciting. So yeah, make sure you join in. The link, because it will be all via Zoom, so you'll just have to have a working internet connection, then we can all watch it at the same time, see each other's reactions, all of the good things, have a chat about it afterwards. So the Zoom link will be posted in our group for 12 to 25-year-olds. Otherwise, just message our page. You can find us at Latrobe Youth Space on Instagram and Facebook, or you can contact us via our website, www.latrobeyouthspace.com, and we will get the link to you so that you can join in. That'll be really cool. That'll be awesome. So, jack-o'-lanterns. As promised prior to the song break, jack-o'-lanterns. Do tell. Where'd they come from?
I can't see the screen, man. So we've
I'm sorry.
we've got the proper information for fact-checked reasons.
Fact-checked reasons.
But I can't read the screen, so Catherine will have to
Yes,
explain this
that
one.
makes sense. I'm like, over to you. Over to you, Catherine. Over
Back
to
to you.
Danny.
Back to you.
Back to you. So, handballing. So the first jack-o'-lanterns were actually made from turnips. Now, when I heard this, I thought parsnips. Like, surely you can't fit a jack-o'-lantern in a parsnip. It's very long and not wide. But turnips, on the other hand, I think they're like more rounded, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think so. Some turnips, anyway.
They've kind of got that like teardrop shape.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. And I suppose they'd make a pretty good, like, looking skull, almost skull shape, particularly because they're like white, like bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be quite creepy.
No,
actually.
they're purplish.
They're purplish, but they usually got a bit of white as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so.
They've got the purple. Yeah, true. I mean, purple's a pretty spooky colour. I like purple. And according to the Irish legend, jack-o'-lanterns are named after a really stingy dude named Jack, of course. Sorry, any Jacks listening. Who, because he tricked the devil several times, was forbidden entrance into both heaven and hell. He was condemned to wander the earth, waving his lantern to lead people away from their paths. Oh, so the jack-o'-lantern, it's a lantern. It's not the actual face of the person.
No, it's named after Jack because he's carrying a lantern.
Because of the lantern, and that's why they make it. Okay, interesting. Because I suppose, like, now, particularly with pumpkin carving, we're used to seeing a face on the pumpkin, which honestly does add a level of spook to them.
Yeah, it does.
That wouldn't exist otherwise. It's quite scary to think that an inanimate object has a face. It's like, ah.
It is pretty spooky.
Was I the only one growing up where you would be, like, awake in bed and you'd just be looking at the walls, or you'd be looking at, like, for example, bunk beds always had those wooden slats underneath, and I was always on the bottom bunk bed, and I'd look up at the wooden slats, and I'd always see eyes and faces in them in, like, all the knot patterns, and I was like, ugh.
That is creepy, yeah.
Right?
But
Super
I was
creepy.
the cool kid. I always got the top bunk. So I'm sorry, Catherine.
Okay, well, we're not friends anymore, Danny. No, I'm kidding.
But totally, I like the little wooden knots in the planks.
Yes.
Yeah, they made faces.
They made scary faces. And honestly, I used to have, like, nightmares as a kid, and I'd wake up and I'd be like, stop looking at me, wood. So scary. Oh, dear. The things we do when we are children.
Even when, like, in the middle of the night, and, you know, some people just have, like, a chair where they toss their clothes on.
Right?
But in the middle of the night, it looks like someone's standing there, and you're like, ugh.
Literally.
But yet, we still don't clean our damn rooms.
No, can't do it.
It's like,
Sorry.
just deal with it.
I'm just gonna risk mistaking a ghost for my clothes. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take that risk. It is my right as a grown adult.
That's actually a
Can't
funny
clean.
story. My little puppy, Poppy,
Oh,
I
yeah.
had watched this horror movie where, you know, I can't remember the horror movie, but under the sheets, there's this lump, and it turns out it's a hand, and it grabs you and pulls you down. Anyway, in the middle of the night, my little Poppy thought it'd be a great idea just to get under the sheets and sneak into bed. So I wake up to this lump moving, and I'm like, it's getting me.
Oh my god.
But it was just Poppy. So I had a heart attack.
That is terrifying.
It really was.
That is so scary. I had a sort of a similar thing. Sometimes I wake up and my cat is so asleep, like so ridiculously deep sleep, that he's barely, like you can barely feel him moving.
Breathing?
Like, breathing, yeah. Breathing.
Oh, that for yeah.
And also he's like, his whole body is like super limp, like limper. You know, I don't know, there's this thing that happens like obviously when things, you know, are inanimate, that they're just like real floppy. And he's like that because he's like sleep paralysis. I think that's what happens.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes I wake up and he'll be next to me, like near behind me, and I'll think, oh no, I've crashed him in my sleep and killed him. And I'm just like, oh God. And then I just like pick him up and eventually, and he won't move for a second because he's so deep sleep.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh no, I've killed him. And then he moves and I'm like, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
Oh my Jesus. That is scary.
It scares me a bit. I think cats would probably make some noise if you accidentally crash them in. I'm pretty certain they'd make
I'm pretty
some
sure they
noise.
would.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's
They'd
not
fight
test
back
it
a
though.
little.
Let's not test
Let's
it.
not test it, 100%. But yeah, sleep me is like, oh God, I killed my cat. I'm like, oh, okay, thank God I have not. Oh, that is some spook. That's some serious spook. Speaking of spook stories,
Yes.
what is your most scary story that you have experienced IRL? We're going to get a big ghost story here. So anyone who is not game for some off-the-cuff ghost stories.
This is a
Tune out.
shout out to one of my bestest friends, Mr. Senor Dylan Sibley. Little nasty person. In year 8, you know, do you remember creepypastas?
Yes. Oh my God, I love them.
He sent me this one called The Rake. It's like
Do you want to explain what creepypastas are?
creepypasta, yes, for the younger generation.
Yes.
Creepypastas, it was like a Wikipedia page with all these like creepy ass stories.
Creepy.
They were creepy. They were very creepy.
They were really good
They
horror
were
short
good.
stories.
And you'd get like one picture of the beast or the monster or
And
whatever it is.
They'd pretend that they were real. It was similar
Yeah.
to like the Black Mirror anthology thing. It's
Yeah.
like, it felt like they were real
They were written
stories.
as in like, you know, this happened to me.
Yeah, come
you
help
know.
me. I'm or like
And that's-
diary entries or
That's
like
what got
really
me
creative.
every time.
Yeah.
So I got into it in year 10, but my first experience was Senor Dylan Sibley. And I say senor, he's not even, you know, Spanish. But anyway, he showed me this one called The Rake. And it's like this creature that lives, like, you know, if your house is on the border of a forest or a bushland, which mine was, that's where the beast lived. And it was like this, I don't know, it looked like a person, but an animal with no hair, big kind of bony structure. Anyway, it came and ate the children. But you would wake up to it and it'll be sitting at the end of your bed and then it'll turn around and get you. That's what I remember about it. I don't remember the actual story. But in year 8, this terrified me because I lived on the edge of town and
Yeah.
behind me was the damn bush. So thank you, Dylan Sibley, for my first heart attack.
Oh my God, that is terrifying.
It was quite terrifying.
Literally. Wowzers.
But that's coming from a kid who lived in a legit haunted house. So
Yeah.
and that scared me. Not so I was used to the hauntings, but I was scared of this. That's
Yeah.
how scary the story was.
Yeah. Creepypasta, everyone. It
And then there
changed
was
us.
what was the other one? The Russian sleep experiment.
Yes. Yes. I think
I'm
I
not going to
remember
go
reading
into
that.
it because it's really disturbing.
Quite disturbing.
But thank you again, Dylan Sibley. That scared
What a
me.
legend.
What a legend.
Shout out.
Big round of applause.
Incredible. Yes.
May you rot in hell. Not really.
Kidding. Not really. No.
What about you? What terrified you?
Growing up, we grew up in the bush, and I used to have a lot of night terrors about dogs, unfortunately, coming to eat me in my sleep and drag me off into the bush, which is always terrifying.
Not since you lived in a
Just, you know.
bush, that's not a big exaggeration.
No, exactly. It was
I
right
understand
outside,
that.
right outside. Yeah, and we used to have like a toilet that went outside. That went outside. A toilet that went outside.
So it was like an
outhouse.
outhouse.
Like an outhouse, and we had to go outside to get to the toilet, and it always used to scare the living bejeebers out of me every time I used
that
to
is
have to go in the
terrifying.
toilet when I was a tiny, tiny kid. So it was really scary. But yeah, and one night I swear I heard some howling, and it might have been. I mean, there might have been some feral dogs or something in the bush
Yeah.
around the place, but oh my God, 5-year-old me, traumatized.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. So scary. So, yeah. It's not very, exciting tale, but it did scare me a lot at the time.
There are a lot of stories. Look into Paul Jennings, Round the Twist,
Mhm.
but like outhouses are terrifying.
Outhouses, not a good idea, kids. No.
No, they are not. Thank God we have evolved to indoor plumbing.
Indoor plumbing. Love it. Although smelly. You
Yeah,
be the
true.
judge.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? Haunting
Is it worth all
or
this?
smelly toilet? I mean,
I'll
both
take the haunting. No.
haunted by my own methane.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what I'm haunted by. Keeps me up at night, kids. Keeps me up.
But yeah, Paul Jennings wrote a story, Skeleton on the Dunny, I believe it's called, which was made into Round the Twist episode, because Round the Twist was based off Paul Jennings' short stories.
The ghost in the attic?
No, it was literally Skeleton on the Dunny.
Oh.
Literally.
It's pretty straightforward then, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, get to the bones of it, Danny. No.
Jesus.
That was so lame.
No, that was a good one. And I can't remember the story because I read it years ago.
Yo.
But it was quite terrifying. But all, Round the Twist, Paul Jennings has quite good endings. So I just can't remember what it was.
Literally. Also, a massive shout out to, we have had a listener call in. Apologies that we missed your call, but we did get the message. Has let us know that this Halloween falls on a blue moon, which is quite a rare occurrence. Our listener informs us that a blue moon is when there are 2 full moons in a month. So that's pretty special.
Awesome. Werewolves are coming out.
Werewolves are coming out,
Yeah.
everybody. Hide your kibble. I don't know. Alrighty.
Hide your kibble.
And for anyone who has just tuned in, that was My Family by Christina Aguilera.
No.
No,
It should be written down because
that's okay.
I'm pretty
We
sure I
will
wrote
get
it
that
down.
to you.
I think I did. Here's the thing lately. I think I do things, but I don't.
Same. It is a mood. Absolutely a mood. And it's not a biggie. We'll get that information
But
to you.
it is from the new animated Addams Family movie, which is phenomenal.
Fantastic. I am so excited. We are having a watch party on Saturday for any 12 to 25-year-olds that are interested, or anyone who knows a 12 to 25-year-old who might be interested. Send us a message on our page or join our group at the Trobe Youth Space online.
Yeah.
The Zoom link will be posted there. If you message us directly and we're like, yep, you're sweet, you're definitely 12 to 25, or you seem legit, we'll send you the link as well. You can join in the Zoom and watch it with us, which will be very good. Yes. So, what are your favourite Halloween memories?
Living in Traralgon South, my neighbours, I should say, because there was a bunch of them who lived in the house. A family, I should say. Not like a bunch of randos. But they got very into Halloween. And they had staircase going up to their door. And they did this thing where they put, because since the house is on stilts, they put fire extinguishers under.
Ooh.
So as you're walking, and it just scared the living daylights out of you. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was amazing because Halloween, I want to be scared.
Yes.
Because Halloween, as long as it's, as long as you're safe, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
If it was a real scary scenario,
It's
you
like, get out of there, call the cops now.
exactly. But if it's obviously like a trick,
Yeah.
but one that comes to mind is year 8. Me and my friend, good pal Josie Richmond, who I talked about last week, the artiste, the magnificent artiste.
Love it.
I don't know. She came over to my house and we were kind of just like, well, at that age where it's like, is it cool to go trick or treating anymore? Like, we're big, we can't do this anymore. Anyway, we ended up trick or treating,
Yeah.
and it was so fun because it was good.
That's amazing. That is incredible. Yes,
What about
it is
you?
always good when you're evening, when you're like, oh, it's going to be a boring one, and then it just like takes a turn and you're like, oh my God, this is so much fun. This is great. Probably for me, it's interesting because a lot of my scariest like Halloween memories aren't even on Halloween. Every year we go Christmas light looking, and there are some really interesting Christmas light displays.
Yeah.
2 that come to mind. First, one year, me and my friend Meg, shout out to Meg if you're listening, decided to head to around town and do the usual loop, and we found this property. It was super random, that had these massive figurines that looked like they were vengeful gods or something like that. They were real thin and like almost like skeletons, and on top of their heads they had these crowns that were made of like thorns with like, and I think it was like a reference to the whole like crown of thorns with like Jesus thing, but I couldn't be sure because like none of it looked very religious. It looked very like scary, and they were lit up from underneath so that the shadow was like on their face, like a real, you know, in that people put the torch under around the campfire, they put the torch under their face to make all the creepy shadows. It was like that. And the house was completely, like, nobody was home. It looked like completely abandoned. And these giant statues that were lit up from the bottom. And I'm just like,
that's creepy.
Oh, my God. It was quite unsettling. And the second one is actually on Christmas. Christmas is the new Halloween, everyone.
Christmas can be scary.
Christmas.
Yeah. Actually, factoid about that.
Yes.
That's how Tim Burton got the idea for Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh.
I don't know, it was like a storefront window. They were getting the Halloween decorations down and putting the Christmas decorations up. Yeah. And so there was this kind of blend of Halloween and Christmas, and that's how we got the idea. But continue on.
That is super interesting. So what ended up happening was we went past this house, and there was one of the members of the household, looked like a dude, was dressing up as Santa, and they were out the front sort of like waving at the kiddos and all that sort of stuff, and I thought, oh yeah, that's really cute, that's really special, like, you know, going to a lot of effort there anyway, and even handing out lollies, like, you know, come down to the cars and hand out the lollies and things like that. Anyway, I drove past later because I really wanted to show it again to one of my friends that was a bit late, and we drove past later, and I was looking at the porch trying to see if this person was still there, dressed as Santa, and I saw this like dark figure just
creepy.
sitting in like the complete pitch black because none of the lights were on anymore.
Yeah,
sitting in the complete pitch black, just staring at us.
That is creepy.
I was like, what are you doing? Like, they weren't out there doing anything. There was no lights. There was nothing. It was quite scary, to be honest. I was like, okay, I'm driving off now.
So Halloween has just lost title for spookiest time of the year. That goes to Christmas now.
Christmas!
Congratulations. But that is super freaky.
It was quite freaky. That is for sure. Absolutely.
That's coming from someone who was breathed on every night during their childhood. So that's creepy.
Yeah. Breathed on?
Yeah, if you believe in supernatural stuff, you should have grown up in my house. Yeah.
Ooh.
I was breathed on every night. Ooh. Halloween. It was, yeah. So I got quite a few ghost stories.
Oh my God.
That I didn't realize were ghost stories till I moved.
Literally, like, that's not normal.
Because you grow up with it, so you're like, oh yeah, doesn't this happen to everybody?
You didn't get possessed? Like, that's weird.
I actually scared Chloe. My sister, Chloe France, the amazing lawyer.
Yes.
She had just watched Paranormal Activity in that house. So already her mind's like freaked out. But I don't know. When I was a kid, I used to do this thing where I was half asleep, half awake.
Yeah.
So it's like 6 o'clock, maybe not even that, 4 o'clock in the morning. Oof. I grab my little Scooby-Doo truck. I sit in the middle of the living room, stare at the wall, wide-eyed, and then just start, motioning the car back and forth. And then she walks in and she's like, what the hell are you doing? And I say, and then this is from Chloe's perspective because I don't remember this.
Yeah.
And so in a really weird voice, apparently I went, playing with friends. And then I start turning my head to her and go, I always play with friends at this time of the morning. And she screamed up and went, Mom! Mom! So apparently I scared the hell out of her. No memory of this, by the way, guys. This is just the type of child I was.
That is so terrifying. That reminds me, when I was a kid and I had those night terrors, I used to I used to sleepwalk at the same time with my eyes wide open, pupils fully dilated, staring like I couldn't see anyone because I was still dreaming.
Yeah.
I'd be seeing what was in my dreams, and Mum would have to chase me around the house because I would literally wake her up just staring at her in bed. Because I was sleepwalking with my eyes wide open.
Don't be surprised if you wake up with a punch in the face, Catherine.
I know, right? I know. child abuse. No. Well, yes, but also it's quite
Defense.
scary. Yeah, defense.
Defense.
Oh gosh, let's not go there. But yes. So that is interesting segue. What Halloween movie is your idea of perfection? Perfection.
Had one, and I can't remember. I had one all geared up and prepared. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Halloween 1978. The original John Carpenter, which was made on a budget of nothing,
What?
but went on to make, lots of
So
money.
much money.
So many sequels,
Huge
which
franchise.
majority of them suck. But the recent
Classic.
2018 brought it back to its roots
Oh, nice.
and is ending with 2 more movies. So thank God.
Wow.
But the movie is perfect because, as previously mentioned, it's about a serial killer who you don't know. He has no intentions. He just goes around getting these people on Halloween. That's why it's called Halloween.
Terrifying.
You don't see his face. He wears a mask. He doesn't run. He just
That
walks.
is honestly, that's
If you get away, whatever, he will get you.
he'll get you. He'll keep
He'll just get
walking.
you.
That reminds me of It Follows. This horror
yes,
movie where
that's
they,
great.
Yeah, none of the possessed people that are doing the possessing and they walk. They don't run.
And they
it's
always
quite
know where you
creepy.
are.
And they always know where you are. That makes sense. The origins of where that
Yeah.
come from.
Doesn't speak at all. And since he's got a mask, all you hear is the, which is where the tension gets you. So there's no screaming, there's no yelling, there's no running. It's just this idea that, and the scariest part of it is it can happen. That's the scariest part of the movie is
it's not like a made up monster. Or
No,
anything.
it's just
like
a guy.
a dude with a mask.
it's a dude with a mask.
Oh well, as far as we know.
Yeah, it's a dude.
Yeah.
Michael Myers.
Yeah.
So that's what's scary about it is it's just a dude with a mask who, and anybody can do this.
Yep. And if any kids are listening in, it can't really this is unlikely to actually happen, but
Very unlikely.
but what we're talking
It's just
about,
the idea.
The idea of it can be very scary.
And that's where the tension and the score. Oh my God, it has such a
Yes.
terrific score.
That sounds amazing.
What about you? What's your perfect one?
For me, honestly, it is probably a match between Corpse Bride.
Oh, yes.
I love Corpse Bride.
We have a song coming up from Corpse Bride.
And Beetlejuice. Love Beetlejuice.
Ayo.
Well, if we're talking actual horror movies, I have too many to count. I love horror. I am such a huge fan. But I thought I'd mention some ones that are a bit more PG because it'll be a bit easy for the kiddies to tune in.
Meanwhile, I go straight to the not appropriate one.
No. It's good to have a balance.
Yeah.
To have a mix
But
for all ages.
If I do have to say an appropriate one, I would say binge watching The Monsters.
Yes.
Or Addams Family, because they're very good shows.
Absolutely. Also, there was a TV show that was on. It was I think it was a British cast.
Yeah.
But it was broadcast on Roller Coaster TV growing up, and it was I think it was called Little Dracula, and it was about the
Oh
son
my
of
God.
Dracula.
Yes.
It was so good.
And,
I loved it.
Zombie Hotel,
Yes.
which was a cartoon.
Yes.
It was very Addams Family monsterish humor, but it was
The Little Dracula I think was a live action.
that was live.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, but then so
Such
many good movies.
nostalgia. That's
Spooky. Oh, Monster House. That was terrible.
Oh,
and
yes.
so sad. It is.
it does
so
have
sad.
a sad story.
Absolutely.
That twist of, I'm not going to spoil it, but
No,
that's kind of
no
a twist.
Yeah.
But it's very terrifying as a kid, and then you watch it as an adult. You admire the animation because that's factoid. Another one.
Yes.
That's actually filmed with live action people,
Wow.
and they've got the blue suits with the balls on them so that
Yeah.
they can animate over it.
Over it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's real people.
that is so cool.
That and Coraline.
and Coraline.
Coraline
Oh.
freaked me out as a kid, but now I watch it and I'm in love with it.
I'm still freaked out by it, but love it.
But
Love
nice.
it.
You know, another factoid, because I'm
Yeah.
full of them today for some reason. Screaming Jay Hawkins reportedly had 97 children, and so far
Just a couple.
they've only found 30.
They've only found 30.
Yeah.
Wow.
Again, look this up, please, just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah.
But when I researched, that's what I found. Yeah.
That is super interesting. So, yeah, we've been chatting all things Halloween. From our favourite movies to our favourite memories and everything else. We are actually heading off very soon. So I know we finish at 6 each Wednesday, so we're here from 4:30 till 6. Make sure you stay tuned up after this, as Keely will be bringing you her radio show called Total Hits, and it's a top 40. It's like top 40 songs, and yeah, it's pretty chill and a nice way to cap off your Wednesday.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been chatting Halloween. Speaking of, do we want to finish with a song, or would we like to chat another topic?
I say we do another topic.
Let's do it. All right. So if you were stuck in a Halloween movie, which would you choose?
Oh, Jesus.
Choose wisely.
I know.
Or you'll be stuck on a desert island. That's a throwback. We talk a lot about desert islands.
We talked about that. And my answer is always, I would bring a damn
Bring a
boat.
So, Titanic? No.
Or things, because people always choose food, I would choose food that would kill me quicker. Which sounds very dark, but
very dark.
Considering you're on a desert island, with
Yeah.
no... Anyway, back to our scenario. What horror movie would I want to be
We don't recommend doing that, obviously. That was just a hypothetical. Just hypothetical.
Yeah.
What Halloween movie would you choose to be in?
One that comes to mind is Corpse Bride.
Yes.
Only because the idea behind it is the land of the living.
Yep.
They're practically dead. They're just going through even in the movie, it's grey, it's all grey, it's all dark, but because they're just going through the motions, all dull and boring.
Literally.
But then when you die, everything's bright and happy.
And
so the dead
fun.
have more life.
Yeah, literally.
So I would pick, if I was already dead,
Yeah.
I'd pick Corpse Bride. If I was already living, geez, I don't know.
Don't know.
I mean, I don't want to be a victim. I don't want to be a murderer.
Most Halloween movies aren't kind on the living.
No, they're not.
Let's be real.
They're not.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe
Phew.
Beetlejuice for the living, because
you can control it.
Yeah, and you can commune with the dead, but like make friends with them and like become family and stuff.
Yeah, if I was living.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Sort of
good
cool.
one.
Sort of cool. Like what's the daughter's name?
Lydia.
Lydia. Yeah, Lydia ends up sort of communing with the spirits and getting to know them, and they have fun together.
It was an alternative ending
Oh.
that the Maitlands got the house given back,
Oh.
and Lydia lived with them while the parents went back to New York.
Isn't that the actual ending?
No, the actual ending is they split the house in two. They get downstairs while
And
the
they get
other people get upstairs.
Upstairs. Ah, interesting. Yeah.
But it was changed.
Oh wow, that is so cool.
What about you? What movie would you like to be stuck in?
Probably that one. Probably Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Or Corpse Bride. I love both of those. They're pretty great. What else? What other Halloween movies?
Oh, I can't believe we didn't mention it. Addams Family.
Oh my god.
Who wouldn't want to
Family.
live in the Addams Family house? Like,
It's
why
pretty
not?
Scary.
Yeah, but nothing hurts you.
True. That is true.
Because to them, it's normal.
Literally. All right, everyone. We've really enjoyed hanging out with you the last couple of hours, and make sure that you tune back in next Wednesday from 4:30 till 6. We're here every Wednesday for another fun episode. I'm sure we'll, pretty much every week we just chat.
We just have random
Just
chats.
have random chats. If you're interested in that, just someone to keep you company, some good tunes. Make sure you tune in to the Latrobe Youth Space radio show. We are very excited for Halloween. We've got our viewing party happening on Saturday evening, which will be awesome. We're watching the Addams Family via Zoom, so if you're 12 to 25, get in touch with us at Latrobe Youth Space or contact us via our website or our Facebook or our Instagram.
And watch our Halloween content on the pages. We have very fun-filled stuff.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks so much, and we'll chat to you next week. Have a spooky, spooky Halloween.